Yo, what's good, everybody? Back again, Wise Weirdo. You feel me? You feel me? It's a June reading. Let's go on what's happening in June. Got the four piles for you. Um, and I got four crystals for you. Whichever one you rock with. I don't know their names. I had their names. Don't know what I did with the names. Got a big ass book full of, what they do. I'll figure it out sooner or later. But without further ado, um, pile one is the Emperor, but reversed. Son of a bitch. This is pile one. With this. Pile two. What's this? Pile three. What's this? Wait. The way around, I guess. And then this is pile four. So yeah, figure out which ones you like, which ones are your fancy, and then get back to me. All right, pile one. The theme overall, I'd have to say, is get off your high horse for the month of June. The month of June will have many of, how do you put it? Checking. It will check you. It will check you this year, this month. This month you are meant to get checked, and you are here to make revelations on things, and not holding back or fearing. So. You have the Emperor in reverse, and the Emperor is known as being a very, very strict, a held high kind of guy. Yeah, bars. And it being in reverse means not so much. I don't want to add the arrogance factor to it, or the like a senile kind of individual, but the month of June, you'll be getting off your horse. You were very flashy and ostentatious, and there will be a moment where your horse probably knocks you off and it walks away, and you have to fend for yourself, and you feel a little naked doing that. What is the time is catching up to you. I mean, I wouldn't say karma, but technically karma is time in a sense. A cycle, whatever you do, you get back. But the Wheel of Fortune is a good card. What goes around comes around, but challenges are to exist. So after you're knocked off your high horse, you're left to feed into your own power and not become irrational when feeding into your own power. For if you resonate and everything resonates properly and cohesively, you'll have the strength to being able to conquer this beast that is in front of you. You will be able to conquer it not with ferocity, but with generosity. What is this said beast? And it is initiating. initiating and going forward and starting some kind of idea that you had in the back of your head. And with you going forward, you're claiming your stake and you're raising your hand high with your own determination. Your own determination to stand out and not be um, restricted. You're here to fight the battles so that you can raise your cup of happiness. What battle is it that they're fighting? What is it that they're fighting to be able to present? That's crazy. There's just there's wars and fronts that are there's so many obstacles that are just ready for you. They're ready for you, and it's the obstacles to see and test your maturity level, to see how much you've really grown. Because after this, after all of this, you will be coming out of your exile phase, and you'll be coming up anew, afresh. What does this King of Cups needs to move forward to meet the sun? What is the King of Cups? It is putting down and putting away and moving forward. Putting down the old and obsolete and picking up the new and grand so that you can have the nurturing that you please, the enjoyment that you please, the love that you please. Get off your high horse, my boy, or milady, or um, all those that are in between and outside. I don't want to disrespect, you feel me? Can I get two more cards stating what needs to be done? Give me two more. See what I tell you? Death, you have to cast aside something to rebirth, renew. Renew your hospitality and not hostility, hospitality, your love, your light, your niceness to move forward. I'm going to get y'all an oracle card for the overview, what you need to focus on this month. Isis, can you let me know? Can you let me know? Can you let me know? Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Temple of Lapis Lazuli, goddess of the ancient skies. Your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only herald from the earth, it holds much special wisdom of the star people and from civilizations far and near. With unique high vibration awareness that can help humanity transition from a civilization based in fear to a love based culture, you were guided to become deeper into your acceptance of your own inner knowing. Ancient soul Ancient souls with experience of consciousness and community from more spiritually advanced civilizations are here on this planet to be themselves in the fullest extent possible in order to support each other and heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. So be you in your skin and thrive through your skin. Don't allow things to be able to knock you off your horse and then not for you to get back up. Thrive and go far. Don't allow restrictions because at the end of June, you're going to be flourishing. You're going to be flourishing, and you're going to be floating, and you're going to be exposing who you truly are and showing out your love through the best you can. So don't restrict yourself for anybody. Not a goddamn person on this planet. Be free. Little lads, be free. Oh no. I'll pick it up. Approach it indirectly. The architect Arthur Erickson enjoyed stimulating his students' imaginations with exercise like take a blank piece of paper and sketch a picture of yourself in a position of movement. Next, provide a device made of wood or paper, plastic, or metal to support that position at the end. At the end of the exercise, he pointed out to his students that they had been designing furniture. Eric put it. If I had said, look, we're going to be designing chairs and beds, they would have just explored the designs on basic previous memories of chairs and beds. By approaching the problem from the opposite direction, I got them to forget the assumptions and made them realize a vital aspect of furniture. How would posing a problem in a more general fashion open your thinking? All right, piece number two, or one. Well, maybe you might have a message in number pile two. So, if anything, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch y'all later. What's cracking pile two? So, what I'm getting from this reading. Sorrow is yours if you do not follow through. In the aspect and in the tense of, if you don't follow through, and if you continue to sit down and you mourn and you complain about something that you could have done or dealt with or handled, you won't be able to reap any of the benefits, and you'll see everything slip through your hands that you've worked hard for. With you not going in the motion and going forward of creating everything, because you have everything around you, you just blind to it, and you're mourning about all the open opportunity, and you just allowing yourself to stay in one small space. It's the lack of you not moving forward and expanding yourself is what's causing you to be stuck. Because while you want to move forward, it's as if you're sitting with the whole entire world in your hands. Your opportunities are in your hands. Yet you don't want to move forward. You're just stuck in that one place. And you're seeing all of the opportunities that you're missing, and not only opportunities, the growth that could be in front of you, and you're clouding up your own shine. And you know that you're doing this, and you're doing it while you're sitting down with no form of expression of change. What is it that they're clouding up? What is it that they're clouding up? What is it that they're presenting themselves to see? What is it that they're presenting themselves to see? What are you presenting yourself? Preventing. Your idea. You're allowing yourself to be too stuck up and caught up about your idea not being worth it. Why is their idea not? You're too stretched out, and you're spreading yourself faster than you can actually, actually produce. You're stretching yourself out too far, and you're allowing yourself to go into too many directions. What is this? What is this hierophant? And so, with that being said, you need to sit down and think. Sit down and think and work on your project, and work on one project opposed to so many, because that's what's keeping you restricted. That's what's going to drain you and your energy. And while you're being drained of your energy, you're taking away all of your opportunities. And you're wasting your energy instead of amplifying your chances of opportunity. You are impeding your opportunity by stringing yourself up and not working. Why are they sleeping? Why are they harvesting? Why aren't they going? What is impeding their harvest? Having one specific thing in mind, honing in on one thing and giving it your energy, and going full force and full-fledged with it. Because while you're sitting there comfortably, you believe you have the world in your palm when the world's right in front of you. What's in their palm that they need to relook at? What do they need to relook at? What do they need to reanalyze? LOL, the hangman on the hangman. All your ideas. All your ideas. And just put, instead of all of your ideas into your hand, put one idea into your hand. And focus on that. And give it your all. And take your time. Take your time and be gentle with it. Nurture it, nurse it, whatever the fuck you need to do, but take your time with it. What's this line? Cut off what you need to cut off and nurture what you need to nurture. That is thy message. So completion and happiness and all that other hoo-ha da 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 can come to you. Gonna ask this wise fool, what else can you do? What can you do? Quest of the wise fool. What can you do? Expect a surprise. The trickster Logician Ludwig, Ludwig, the dude named Ludwig, once mused, when I come home, I expect a surprise, and there's no surprise for me, of course. I was surprised. Life continually surprises us. Problems spring up in places that were totally trouble-free only yesterday. Opportunities suddenly arise in along stagnant areas. Routines that yielded predictable results stop working. The idea you discarded a month ago ended up solving a different problem. Attitudes that were accepted a few years ago are seen as wrong think, and vice versa. The wise fool asks you not to be slaves of our assumptions and to imagine things impacting our plans. What changes in your situation would surprise you, and how would you deal with it? I gotta get read. ISIS. What can root to do? What can root to do? What can root to do? Oh, y'all got two. Ain't that cute? Magic and ritual. Okay, crafting sacred practice. Effect in the eternal or external world can be created through inner practice, magic, and ritual. Can support your divine path now in the physical world as you are encouraged to enhance your strength in regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. For us to grow and empower and potent on the path of ancient feminine power, we need to honor our knowing and being and cultivate a sacred practice. Sacred practices become the habit of growing our sacred power and consciousness. Like a garden needs regular care and watering to blossom and flourish, our inner garden of the soul, where our creativity, joy, spiritual gifts, and bliss bubble away, also needs regular attention. Continuing or coming to our practice takes strength and inner will. Even though it feels amazing, we can still wake up and set aside time and discipline ourselves to show up for our inner growth, for our own inner growth. We will reap the benefits when we do, but we must allow ourselves to fall in love with our practice and craft, and sometimes something that really speaks to us, so that we want to do it. The desire and the discipline together helps us engage with our practices regularly. and we grow so fast that we can be shocked and quite amazed. Oh no, wait, cartouche. Divine name of power. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mystery, the use of sacred annotations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power to the benefit that from this power rather than to undermine it or held back by it. Practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. As your heart grows into purity, you will be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obvious. Isis is initiating you as a master healer and her sacred tradition of divine names of power. You're being initiated in the divine healing tradition of Isis herself. Isis works through divine names of power. There are sacred words of strength, magic, and power to create healing from a place of compassion, devotion to love. She honors that which is worthy of protection, which is endlessly determination combined with her skill of speaking words of power to cause life to thrive, that which is not worthy of cultivation, which would not serve life to dissipate and decline. Live in your own power, be you to you, and be free to be you. Don't be scared to be you, and live as you. Thank you very much. Pile 2, I'm gonna hit you on another one. Peace. Pile 3, patience is a virtue. Yes, patience is a genuine virtue. For you'll be stepping into the month of June victorious. But I will say, at the end of June, you will be pondering. And your thought will be held high in esteem of others. Others will regard your thought process highly. So, there's a project, not necessarily a project, there's a sense of passion that's about to explode around you. And as soon as this sense of passion is exploding and you take hold of it and it starts to flare, everybody's eyes are going to be on you. Absolutely you. And you don't know how to handle it. The pressure is just hot, heat, and you perceive it to be destructive. You see everything's just on fire around you, and fuck, I don't know what to do. I just grabbed it because I thought it was a good idea, and then all of a sudden everything just feels like it's backfiring. But here's the beautiful thing about this destruction card that I love. Even though it's a house that has a burning mouth and it's spitting out and it's killing everybody and woo, 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 woo. There's a sign of peace, and there's a dragon, and dragons are known to be one of the strongest in mythologies. But it's an enlightened dragon. Through the destruction comes the enlightenment of your dragon. And it's the Lover's card, and Lover card is choice, but that means no. You're saying no to something. You're saying no to the things that perceive to give you abundance, and whatever is trying to shower you, you don't perceive it to have the abundance. So whatever you want to take and you want to uphold and what you want to grab, all the opportunities come from you getting your strength back. You getting your strength back and you killing off the thing that made you feel so weak. And you are the person with the sword. You killed off that old identity to move with a swiftness and through your discernment. Let's get some more cards, please. What is the project that you're starting? What project are you starting? What project came up? Moving on. moving in silence and on your own through the multiple seasons. You have your idea of how you want to move. That idea, that burst of inspiration, that speed. But why are you feeling so overwhelmed? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on, peep game. This is the tower card along with this tower card. The tower card at the very bottom. You've seen the red flags of your situation. You've seen the red flags of your situation, and that's why you want to move. And that's, you've seen how it seemed like fun, but it's not necessarily fun. Why is there no? It seems like a fun idea, but it's ultimately draining. It seems to have so much like prosperity behind it, but prosperity's elsewhere, and it will drain you, and it will leave you to feeling weak, and it feels like you'll be defeated when all you need to do is just defeat that. You need to defeat that feeling that you have. Why is causing them to feel weak? What is causing them to feel weak? Feels like there's a warden in your background. Somebody's just like pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. It's agitating. It's depressing. It's annoying. What is this Ten of Swords? What is this Ten of Swords? What is this Ten of Swords? You're putting aside your fake happiness for your reality of the situation. So you're being a lot more bolder than what you used to be. You held your own for your own victory, and therefore you shall continuously hang out. You will continuously hold your own. You'll hold your own, and you'll recognize what wasn't for you and what isn't for you. You feel me? And you're putting it into the fake abundances that aren't around you. That are around you, I should say. The fake abundance, the fake this, you're cutting that off. You're cutting all of it off. You're cutting it off and out. Alright, what does the ISIS has to say? ISIS. The brother in the darkness. Somebody's mad. Oh no, that's not somebody, that's the police. The brother in the darkness, overcoming negative energies with feminine power. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. The brother in the darkness indicates that there is negative energy either within or outside of you, but directed towards you that is providing you with a spiritual test. Beloved initiate, you shall overcome this energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There's no need to be afraid. There's a test that you are currently moving through because you are ready to progress more deeply into wisdom, light, acceptance, and inner peace. The test is the guise of a negative energy source, either within you or apparently outside of you. In truth, we all are one, and the world is a mirror of whatever healing task lies within. Even though sometimes the source of difficulty appears to be external, rather than an opportunity for us to gain mastery of our own response through our inner healing. Yup, yup, yup. What I was telling. What was I telling? Where am I going? There am I going? There's a challenge that you're gonna have to face, and you're gonna have to face it, head up and face forward. You're gonna have to be a grown man, or a grown woman, or a grown person about this, and you just handle your shit. That's it. That's all. Can't be a spineless individual. You feel me? Do not be fooled. Many of us receive our first response or exposure to deception and fairy tales, such as the bad wolf disguising himself as Granny in Little Red Riding Hood, or the evil witch luring Hansel and Gretel into her house with false promises. The wise fool says this awareness is useful because deception is omnipresent part of our life. Animals camouflage themselves for protection against predators, and predators disguise their intentions in order to trap their prey. In war, commanders feign weakness to lure enemies into battle, or fake strength to prevent an enemy attack. In politicians, courtships, politicians and lovers hide character flaws. And sports teams disguise plays to confuse their opponents. And riddles, puzzlers delude would be solved into making false assumptions. Has someone disguised their real intentions from you? Figure it out. And then you just gotta weed them out. And after you weed them out, you leave them out. Thank you very much, Pile 3. I'll see you later. Or see you now. Money. Okay, look, I tried. I couldn't hit that high note. But money is on my mind. I got money on my mind. Yes, y'all have money on your mind, and I feel you. I feel you. So look, peep game, peep rhetoric. So you got the Six of Swords to move forward. You're moving forward, and you're seeing all of the things that you have to move forward from. Mentally perceiving things, what you have to move forward from. And moving forward means that you have to turn your back on some things mentally. Like, you can't let things always preoccupy your mental. You allowing things to preoccupy your mental is what is allowing your money not to come into fruition, because if your mind is preoccupied, how can you get on your money? You feel me? How could you move forward if you're always thinking about something else? You know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta be cognitive of what you're allowing yourself to travel with. Because whatever you travel with mentally, that is something that you will travel with for your life. You feel me? So you can drop obsolete ideas. You can drop things that have no value to you. And you dropping those things, I believe you're in the attempts of trying to drop the perception of all light, holy light, this, that, and the third. Because, like, you're not perfect. While you were perceiving on your journey that you had to be perfect all the time, you had to be this flare, you had to be the star of the show, the sun. You got somebody who's moving forward to their coin, their money, their dollar. And the sun is just peering over. And as I'm on my journey, there's nothing around him but grassland. So the man is thinking. He's thinking, how do I become that? You feel me? But inspiration will hit you on what was really out of balance for you, so that your coin can be nurtured and your happiness can flow through whatever you created, so you can move at a proper pace to get your your bag, your money, your coin, your dollar, your dinero, your cheese, your cheddar. You feel me? What ideas are you dropping? What ideas are you dropping? You're dropping the idea of sleepless nights and never being able to make it. As if it's like the kid is crying and it's like at the cemetery, but I get the sense that like his dad never made it back home. So the sense that you'll never make it back home, you'll never make it to that place. That idea needs to be dropped. It needs to drop. You need to drop the obsolete idea. It don't need to be in your life no more. Or the crying of, oh, I will never be that. I'll never be able to aspire to it. What is this Knight of Swords? Sun. Your happiness is there. Your happiness in all of your, how do I put it? All of your achievements and your happiness is there. It's all about the right combination. You need the right combination. And you have the right combination. You're just not giving yourself the credence or the credit for it. What inspiration have they found out that they need to balance? What did they find out they need to balance? What needs to be balanced? Your heartbreak over an idea. You being all wishy-washy, tipsy, topsy-turvy, and you not going forward with full enthusiasm to accept and appreciate all the things that are around you. Move forward with happiness. Stop crying. Get off your beauty. Both these ladies are sitting. Act like a kid, but not like a kid. Have the passion, have the enthusiasm, and have like lighthearted wit of a shorty as a kid, but the enthusiasm as a 5-year-old. You feel me? With this idea that you're presenting, that you want to move forward to, that idea of money that you want to nurture, have fun with it, show up to it, and appreciate it, because you're creating your own coin. You're going to create and weave and master your own coin, only do through you moving forward and not being untied, not being tied up, but being untied is what I meant. Ah. Oh. Oh. What is the King of Pentacles? What? Big dog, big dog, big dog, big dog. Nah, we gonna slow down on that. It's the King of Pentacles. Okay, rebirth, we boif. You're being boifed. LOL. It's that time. It's that time. It's about that time. You feel me? Like, the rebirth, the phoenix is about to rise from the ashes, and the time that it's taken to revive. The time you revive yourself is when you're going to flourish, and your coin is just going to magically just drop out the sky. Like, you feel me? That, yeah, that's what I got for you. What y'all got for the kid? What y'all got for the kid? What y'all got for the kid? Look from the outside. The Dark Mysteries. Look from the outside in. In the late 1950s, Seattle motorists began to notice small pockmarks on their windows. Pockmarks. Two theories arose to explain this mysterious pitting. Russia's atomic testing has contaminated the atmosphere, and this combined with the Seattle moist climate has produced the fallout and that was returning to Earth in a glass etching dew. And Seattle recently constructed roads were flinging acid drops against the windshields, and the feds investigated the mystery and discovered that there was no increase in windshield pitting at all. As the report of the windshield pitting became more widespread, people checked on their cars, and most of them, by looking through the glass on the outside instead of the inside, revealed the pitting that is inevitably caused by a normal wear on a windshield. What had broken out was an epidemic not of windshield pitting, but of reverse windshield viewing. By reversing their viewpoint, people discovered something that has always been there before but never noticed. What can you find by looking in from the outside? Let me know. If you guys like this reading, thank you very much. If you stayed all the way until the end, if you want to rock with me, send me a like. Shoot me a subscribe button. If you got more questions or anything about specific ideas that you had or questions that you want to ask me, just in general, if you want to get to know me, I'm out here. My name is Wise Weirdo. You feel me? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Pafo. I fuck with y'all. Well, all y'all, but this is the peace sign, by the way. I do this because it's the peace sign. This separates this piece together, not a separate, together. Okay, all right. Bye.